but certain people do. The other day, a buddy of mine named Jesse Austin sent me a story. It was a blog. I don't know if you heard about this. There's this thing called the internet. People get together, they use computers. It's fucking confusing. I'm only half figured it out myself. But on the internet, there are these things called blogs. And in the Village Voice, there was a blog, a 2-page blog, an impassioned blog about why the writer, I don't know if it was a male or a female because I didn't bother to look at the name, but about why that person was torn between wanting to come to this show and see his or her favorite band, in spite of the fact that I'm a terrible, awful person. And I thought, well, first of all, that's very hurtful. It's thoughtless, and it ignores the fact that the vast majority of the people I come in contact with are fully aware that I'm not only a handsome gentleman, but also a wonderful gentleman. But that said, there was also somebody else who a couple years ago, I was involved in a minor incident that was blown up into a major incident. And some incredible jagoff in New York wrote a really obnoxious story about it because he was friends with one of the other parties involved in it. And then had the unmitigated gall and audacity, because I want to tell you, this is how the press world works. This is the media for you, and I'm not talking about NBC, I'm talking about people who cover punk bands. Had the audacity to request through his people a photo pass because, you know, standing out there where you're all taking photos isn't good enough. They can't do that. Oh, no. They have to be up here in their special spot. And they wanted free tickets, of course, because they can't fucking pay like the rest of you. They're too important. And I didn't respond to the email because why the fuck would I? So here's my response right now. You can come down here and suck my dick if you like. That's my response. Of course, you know they're not here because they never fucking pay to get in. But having said all that, we have a new bass player here. And his name is Zach, but the problem is we've got another Zach in the band, and I couldn't have that. It's very confusing calling two different guys Zach. So we were up in Quebec last night, and that was his first gig with us. It was Rockfest, which is a big rock fest, as you might imagine, aptly named. And so I asked the crowd what they wanted to call him, and I gave them a couple of choices. I don't speak French. And they all agreed. I mean, it was unanimous and loud and clear. So this guy's name from now on is Poutine. So that's what we call him. We're glad to have him aboard. We miss our buddy Dave Klein, who's playing with Black Flag now, but we're very happy to have Poutine on board. And with that, we have a lot of ground to cover because I know these tickets were expensive in large part because the cocksuckers at Ticketmaster charge an arm and a leg for doing nothing but pushing a fucking button. And none of that goes to the venue, none of it goes to the promoter, none of it goes to any of the bands, but they've got to have their $10 or whatever they charge.
Preach on, Brother Weasel!
So we're trying to give you your money's worth, and we'd like to do something from our second album, Boogada Boogada Boogada, and it goes a little bit like this.